3 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and thank you, Chairman Klein. Madam Speaker, I rise today in support of a critically important bill which I am original co-sponsor of, offered by my fellow member of the Minnesota delegation, Chairman John Klein. The Post-Deployment Mobilization Respite program is an important program that allows service members the opportunity to readjust after deployments and spend more time with their families. This earned leave further provides returning service members with more time in a less stressful environment in which to seek employment in a time where a job search is becoming increasingly more difficult. These earned benefits will help combat the high stress experienced by those who return from prolonged deployments. The Minnesota National Guards and tens of thousands of other Guardsmen and Reservists impacted by the PDMRA change who have been deployed to the Middle East were charged with the promise to defend our country. They have more than lived up to their end of the bargain to keep their promise. Now it is time for the Department of Defense to live up to their end of the deal and provide the individuals with the full benefits they were promised at the time of their mobilization and deployment. As Chairman Klein addresses in his support for this bill, some of the service members affected by this policy change have performed multiple deployments in excess of 12 to 24 months since the beginning of the Iraq War. That is 1 to 2 full years that of these service members have been away from their families and away from the world in a combat environment. Some of the same service members, specifically 2005-2007 Iraq deploying service members, could stand up to lose up 24 days under the changes in the PDMRA policy. I do not think it is too much to ask for those who were promised 24 days of leave, 2 years of deployed service, they should receive that leave. Therefore, it is imperative that we respect and honor the promises made to these individual families who have sacrificed so much in defense of their nation. Recently, I've had the great privilege of welcoming Minnesota National Guard Red Bulls home from their deployment in Iraq and Kuwait. When I attended the deployment ceremony last year in Pine City, Minnesota, one of the commanding officers of the brigade, Lieutenant Colonel Eddie Frizzell, said to the families, "I will bring them all home." True to his word, the first thing Lieutenant Colonel Frizzell said in a hand salute to Major General Rick Nash, Adjutant General of Minnesota Guard, when his feet touched the ground in Minnesota was, "I brought them all home, sir." Madam Speaker, it is now time to bring them all the way home. I urge my colleagues to support the troops and support H.R. 4045, which will protect the promises made our National Guard and Reserve, including the members of Minnesota Red Bulls, by ensuring that service members receive the benefits they were promised and highly deserve.